Testing this tape, see if we're going to get any sound. This is the Christmas tape for Christmas of 1970. Your narrator, Thomas J. Sobota, speaking to you on the evening of December 24th, 1970. Also present is Mrs. Mary B. Sobota.
I'm making a tape recorder.
The yellow submarine. Yellow submarine.
No, I was going to tell you we don't know how to erase it yet.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Baba was so high, they could diamond in the sky. To tie. How I wonder what you I saw a bug with wings climb up and down the street window. And when they reached everyone's house, the people ever moved. C-H-I-C-K-L-P Q-R-S-T-U-P Human X-Y-Z. No, my ABC. Next time, will you sing with me? Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Hey, listen to your home. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open to hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on one horse open to hey.
This is your host for Christmas 71, Thomas J. Sobota of Madison. Thomas J. Sobota of Madison, Wisconsin. Gathered in our happy home on Cherokee Drive in prestigious Tacoma are those noted lovebirds, Anne and Adrian Kruse. They Kruse Wiki. Those noted lovebirds is their little daughter, Meredith. Also here are Grandma and Grandpa Sobota and two other noted lovebirds, Stephen and Susan Sobota. Your host and hostess are Tom and Mary Sobota with their two lovely boys, John Burke Sobota and David Thomas Sobota. They are gathered here in the living room without a fire going in the fireplace after having just watched the longest football game in the history of professional football in the United States of America. Miami beat Kansas City with a field goal in the second overtime period. Now we will present the microphone to the inimitable and always tired Anne Sobota.
Well, it's never been.
If you call, I'll give you some pennies for your gum machine. Call for Mama.
Well, Steve and Sue are on one of the love seats, and Sue is trying to load a Polaroid swinger camera given to us by our dear brother Thomas for a birthday gift, which we thought was such a sweet, unsolicited thought until we found that it was a free gift given to them when they opened a checking account. And not wanting or needing a camera themselves, they thought they would kill two birds with one stone and get rid of the unwanted camera.
Oh, you talk into it.
You don't have to be. That's.
Well, yes, just as there.
I'm.
You got it off now when you're talking?
Maybe the boys would like to say something. John and David.
You want to say Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
I'm
Davy, would you like to say anything?
Merry Christmas.
Say Merry Christmas to me.
What would you like to say, Davy?
Merry Christmas.
That's very good.
Sure, I can. Very Merry Christmas. This is Magdalen, and we're at Tom and Mary's, and we've had a wonderful evening and day here, and such fun, and the children have been all that they promised Santa they would be. And they've had such fun with their toys and very few casualties. Right now they're eating chocolate chips. And Meredith has had such fun with a Swiss hat, a little yodeler hat. And, well, all in all, it's been a very Merry Christmas, and we're very grateful. I'll pass this on now to Steve.
Open it up.
Adrian just took a Polaroid snapshot of Meredith, but it didn't turn out very well, and right now Anne is degrading its quality. Adrian seems to say it's not bad, but it's not very good either. Our Christmas celebration began last night when the family gathered at the spacious Sobota home for the fastidious opening of presents. Fastidious is a Howard Cosell type of words for those ignorant among you who don't recognize the King's English when you hear it. After the tremendous celebration last night, during the course of which much wine was consumed by many members of the Sobota family who shall remain nameless, but whose initials are John and Anne, all the parties repaired to their respective beds. Then this morning, when the Sobotas, John and Magdalen, and Steve and Sue were about to leave for church, John informed the parties that his car had a flat tire. We took the Steve Sobota's car to church and came back and faced the task of trying to repair the flat tire. There was much weeping and gnashing of teeth because the bolts on the tire had been placed on very tightly by the last person who had worked on it. But after much effort and brute strength, Steve was successful in getting the tire off and changing it with a new one. Now we will hear a few words from Aunt Sue.
Just in time to save Aunt Sue's from saying too much, we'll put on Aunt Mary.
And now to save me from saying anything, we'll hear from Uncle Adrian.
Now Meredith would like to sing the ABC song for you. Okay, now here, Meredith. Oh, you all right? You can hold it. Let's go sing.
Now I know my ABC.
Okay, now it's in happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
All right, what would you like to say?
Thank you so much.
Give it to Meredith, give it to your daddy and say, talk, Daddy.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. How's that for a comment on the evening?
It's her turn.
Well, say something.
Say Merry Christmas.
everybody. No, I am a happy nanny. And someday.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
We will now close the festivities for Christmas 1971 by singing some Christmas carols, the first of which will be Joy to the World. To the world the Lord is found. Let heaven and earth her King. Let every heart prepare its room, and heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. The angels can sing, was too certain for shepherds in fields there they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep. On a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Rock of my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock of my soul. So high, you can't get over it, so low. You can't get under it, so wide. You can't get around it, oh, rock of my soul. Rock of my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock of my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock of my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock of my soul.
Hello, this is Steve speaking, and we're gathered here today for Christmas 1972, which is going to be a fantastic replay of Christmas 1971 at the Sobotas last year. So this year we're gathered at the Steve Sobota house on Gilbert Road. The scene is a little bit calmer than it was last year because everyone hasn't imbibed quite as much as they did last year. We had some excellent champagne, which Uncle or Grandpa John brought for us, and we all had a lot of that, and an excellent meal that Susie really worked hard on. She got a standing rib roast from the Wingra Market, and everyone really enjoyed it, and it was a fantastic dinner. So now we'll pass it on to Grandpa John for some remarks.
This is an especially memorable event because it is the first appearance of the newest member, Timmy Sobota, who is now 9 months old. 2 days. I am watching him now as he's standing by a table with a knit suit on that his grandma bought for him in Italy last year, and he's trying to grab a bottle of beer from Mary. He's very far advanced for his age, and he does things that he has no business doing for the next 3 months. John and Davy behaved like little gentlemen, and they were very good to their little cousin, Timmy, and they were always nice to Meredith. And they share their toys and played together very well. This is also a special occasion because John and Magdalen are in their new house, empty of guests. So the family expected to be there for a Gaelic Christmas, but Grandma just held low and held out, and lo and behold, before long she had an invitation, which eliminated a lot of work. But as a penance, she has mentioned getting the gang together for Valentine's Day. So next call on Davy Sobota, who will say a few words into the microphone. we will hold on Davy for a little bit, and Meredith Kruse will now recite a poem.
A, B, C, D, E, F, C, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, I, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
That was a repeat of Meredith's song of 1972, and she will now sing a Christmas song.
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better cut, you better cut. No, sing right.
Okay, start singing.
Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, yeah, got diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
This is Tom. I want to thank Sue and Mary and Mother and Ann who worked so hard to feed all us men. A big gift for John and David and me was that Mary gave us a set of cross-country skis this year. One set for everyone, even John and David. Next weekend we hope to have a big snowfall and be out trying our skis. We'll be going through the path in the Arboretum on our new skis using our new poles. Next we pass the torch to Ann.
As last year, Tom did not introduce me as the always tired Ann, but I certainly am. Also have a headache. We certainly are enjoying this Christmas. In the background, we have little Tim here letting us know that all is not to his liking, and he's going to remedy that by going to his mother now to see if he can get some little succor here, consolation. The high point of our Christmas this year was the 12-pound prime rib of beef that Susan got from the exclusive Windrum Market, and it has convinced us all that the tradition of having turkey is for the dogs as long as you've got someone to pay for the prime rib of beef. We also enjoyed her barley dish and Meredith and Mary's delicious chocolate thriller dessert, which was featuring about 9,000 grams of cholesterol and 80 million calories, but it was delicious as usual. Now we will pass the mic to my loving husband, Adrian.
Thank you, Ann. I just want to say that I'm thankful for all the nice presents that we got, especially the etching of Winston Churchill, and particularly the price of the plane tickets to Florida, where we'll be going as soon as possible.
Perhaps the last year we will ever be invited en masse to spoil the folks' vacation.
Now we will pass the microphone on to
Mary
Sobota.
Well, for some people who are well-organized, Christmas is a gayest occasion. Right now I feel very pretty because my husband bought me a lovely, lovely new wool long skirt so that I can sashay around in elegance. However, the reason he did it was because I made a dress a week ago, sewed it all up, and found at the last minute that I had grown so fat it did not fit. We hope by next Christmas there's a heck of a lot less of Mary. John went to kindergarten this year and is very happy with his teachers, Mrs. Schmidt and Margot. John says he'll now sing one of his kindergarten songs.
No. I'm going. Jingle bell. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. One of the good day. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way. One of the good day. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way.